Manchester United have made an offer, an official offer, according to reports coming out of Portugal, for Ruben Neves. This is a player long linked to Manchester United. He wants to leave Wolverhampton Wanderers. They need to sell him to complete the signing of a new deal. And of course, this week, it was widely reported that Erik ten Hag met with Jorge Mendes. Now, a lot of people connected that deal to the Darwin Núñez one, same agent. However, lots of strong reports coming out of Portugal now that it was more to do with the Ruben Neves situation. What they're stating around this bid is it's a more attractive bid, a more lucrative bid, a more attractive bid for Wolverhampton Wanderers than that of the Barcelona offer that was made. Ruben Neves has a number of suitors circling for him this year, including Arsenal, that are also looking. But he's a high priority player for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. The new midfield of him and Jong is what is desired as of right now. Could this be enough to get the deal over the line? We're going to delve into it in more detail and give you a roundup of what's going on at Manchester United, including a big Frankie de Jong update as well. Make sure the like button has been smashed. You're leaving your comments below. A big thank you to everybody else that's been leaving the thank yous. Absolutely amazing. Let's do this. And Manchester United have been chasing this deal for a while now in relation to Ruben Neves. And we're going to move on to that in a few moments' time, there's no doubt. But Man United's summer is going to be a tough one. Hard fought, tough. There will be signings. There will be 3 to 4 signings. It's anticipated at a bare minimum. Improving the midfield is one of the priorities. Of course, getting a new striker involved, a new attacker, a new goal scorer is going to be important. A lot of that is based on the fact that Mason Greenwood is no longer here. It was never going to be a priority this summer to have to buy another goal scorer. He was meant to be here. Of course, he isn't for all the right reasons from a Man United point of view. They've moved him on. He's not part of this squad. They have to focus in that space. But securing midfield options is absolutely key. Now, we know that Man United are deep in advanced conversations with Barcelona for the signing of Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is open to leaving Barca. He's encouraged by the Manchester United move. He wants to play for Erik ten Hag again. Unless another major suitor, a PSG, a Bayern Munich, a Man City, comes in with a real substantial offer to Barca, to matching what Man United give or more, and of course offering a better overall package, including financial remuneration for Frankie de Jong, United are the favourites. United can get that deal done. But Manchester United need something else. Manchester United need more in that midfield. Matic will very likely be leaving Manchester United. Juan Mata, gone. Pogba, gone. Lingard will go. McTominay, not good enough. Fred, some people think there is some life to be restored in him under Erik ten Hag. But Man United need reinforcements. It's highly likely that young James Garner is given an opportunity next year, but we have no idea how good he is in the Premier League. We have no idea how good he is at the elite end of the spectrum. If Man United can get Frankie de Jong in and they feel that that is very close, they feel they're very confident in that deal, Ruben Neves appears to be another target that not only Man United have been scouting for a while, he's highly favoured by the new manager. Ruben Neves, he is a holding midfield player for me. Can play in a double, can play in a single pivot. Very much of the, again, of the, for me, the Michael Carrick-esque holding midfield player. Yes, he's physical. Yes, he can get stuck into a tackle. Yes, he can break up play. Yes, he gets involved in defensive duels. But his game is so much about reading what is going on the field of play. And then his distribution. His ability to hold onto the ball and dictate play is key. In some respects, him and Frankie de Jong have an element of similarity in their game. But that's also what's going to be very, very important for Manchester United. Whether playing 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, a variation. Remember, those two formations almost become the same thing, depending upon what phase of play you're in. Are you defending? Are you attacking? Are you leading? Are you on the counter because you're 2 goals up and the team are attacking you heavily? Formations are rather fluid, really. I think we get too hell bent on them as fans, if I'm being absolutely honest. It's positioning when you're defending, which is going to be key, and when you're attacking. And those formations, I don't know, they just feel pretty similar to me. Maybe I'm just being basic. I don't know. Either way, I believe there is a complement that can be reached between the two of them on the field of play. I think they could work together in a double. I think they could work together well as part of a 3. Equally, Man United need rotation. Of course, we've offered a contract to Christian Eriksen. Donny van de Beek is going to be given another opportunity under Erik ten Hag, but Man United want to be strong in their area. Midfields are such an important part of a team, and Man United has been too weak, too flimsy, or too old, or lacking overall quality for such a long time now. Equally, when you look at the Ruben Neves situation, I think players like him, Frankie de Jong, are going to be imperative for getting the absolute best you can out of Bruno Fernandes. He isn't renowned for holding on to possession. When he drops deeper, he just isn't as effective. You want Bruno up near the box, scoring and creating, not getting involved in too much in the middle, and letting him just do what he does best. And I think these types of signings could be very, very key. Now, when you look at the article in itself, it says here that Wolverhampton Wanderers have received an offer from Manchester United for the midfielder Ruben Neves. They say the offer from Man United trumps the one currently on the table from Barcelona. The newspapers in Portugal explain that in order to complete the deal for Sporting Lisbon star Joao, I'm going to try and pronounce this right, Palhinha, Wolves need to secure the sale of Neves in the coming weeks. He's wanted by Barcelona, who this week held discussions with his agent Jorge Mendes. And there's a hypothesis which could greatly please the midfielder. I don't quite know what that means, if I'm being absolutely honest with you. That's the translation. So we know that Man United have got competition for this player as well. And this is where Man United may struggle. If our bid gets accepted and so does Barcelona's, it's going to be very hard to stop Ruben Neves, 1, going to a club he's always desired joining, and 2, competing with them. Barcelona themselves are in a rebuild, but they have that Champions League football. There was massive stride forward last year. It kind of tapered a little bit, but massive stride forward with the way they're running the club. People sort of running the show behind the scenes now, the likes of ex-Man United player, of course, the son of Johan Cruyff, Jordi Cruyff, heavily involved in getting Barcelona back to the peak of its powers. I still feel like it's a slightly more attractive proposition. But of course, Man United might be able to get that deal done. And it doesn't mean United can't attract the player. It doesn't mean that Man United can't land Ruben Neves. But there is certainly a fight on hand. Now, in relation to other people looking at him, Arsenal have been and continue to be linked to Ruben Neves consistently. However, of course, what I do is I read these stories. I reach out to the various journalists that we work alongside at Give Me Sport and on the Terrace and ask them for their opinion. Barcelona appear to be most people's take on who the favourites are right now. But as you know from the likes of Rob Blanchett that have been on the Terrace, Dean Jones a lot, not this year, but last year, United are heavily linked with him. United like him. United have the money for him as well. That appears to be the two, Man United and Barca, that are going to fight out hard for this player. Arsenal, almost kind of, without trying to sound disrespectful to Arsenal, they're almost like a backup club for Ruben Neves, who is desperate to leave Wolverhampton Wanderers this summer. That is something he's going to push for. That is something he is going to fight for to get away. But I would really like to get your take on this. How good a player do you think Ruben Neves is? If United would sign him and Frankie de Jong, Donny given another chance, Bruno Fernandes, Fred staying on, young James Garner coming into the mix, how would you rate that midfield? Out of 10, how would you rate that midfield? That's my question for you. Football diehards out there. Not the casuals, you lot, the Terrace fans, the football diehards. How would you rank it? What more does it need? Or is it a case of good ranking on paper? We just need to see how it actually performs on the field of play before we start judging how good or how bad it is. Leave me your comments below. Please make sure you subscribe. Turn on the bell notification button as well. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that has joined our Telegram notification group. Over 3,500 new members in the past week, which is just absolutely breathtaking. If you want to join it, there's a link in the description below. There's a link to all our different things from our members, clips channel, notification groups, all in our description below. Go and check them out. Until next time, people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you soon.